Okay, James again here, and where we left off is that we were basically a training on promoting with Google Groups. And this can apply just as easily to Yahoo Groups, which is actually a lot larger than Google Groups. So check out both there. So far, Mac has covered that you want to start with a smaller group, let's say under 1,000 people, and you want to kind of get to know the group and let the group get to know you by your first few posts. And really, ideally, you should post no less than 4 or 5 times, kind of a funny or humorous or maybe just kind of engaging thing, so people can get to know you before you would ever post something like, here's how to make some money. And then there's a much better way to do it than just that, too, because that's what everyone else does. So you need to stand out from the group like that. So let's continue with the video, and you'll hear what Mac does.
Made these posts, and I recommend posting at least 5 of these before you post your sales posts. And I just have that tip from the person that is already a super affiliate that's doing this very effectively. He's posting 5 posts that are friendly and entertaining before he posts a sales post. Alright, so let's say you posted 5 of these and you want to make your sales post where you're going to make money by promoting Maverick Moneymakers. Well, simple. All you have to do is hit New Post. And then once you're here, you don't want to say something like, click here to earn, $5,000 a month from home. That's what everyone else is doing. When people see that, they think immediate spam. They're turned off by it. It's like getting spam in your junk mailbox, or someone's knocking on your door and they're some kind of a door-to-door salesman or a telemarketer. You don't want to be slapped in the face with an offer. So you want to make your subject something appealing and non-threatening. You always have to think non-threatening when you're posting in Google Groups. So how do you do that? Well, you can type in something like, is this guy for real? Something very fun, very friendly, and it's so generic where almost anyone that sees this, or they're just going to be like, is what for real? What's going on? What's he doing? So they're going to click on the subject to read the message. And then your message can be something like, I found this website today from an email a co-worker sent me. And then you can put in the website, which this website is going to be the website that the domain name you set up, where you set up your ClickBank hop link, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, if it sounds like a foreign language, go back and review my Step 1 and Step 2 videos, and you'll understand setting up your own domain name. And let's say Maverick Money Making. Let's say that was your domain name that you set up with your forwarding and your domain masking. You put that there, and then you can say something like, I watched his videos on this site, and I'm blown away that he's making over and we can say, has anyone in this group tried this program? Please let me know. So it's a very non-threatening post. It's very simple, very easy to read. You're not putting a bunch of sentences together in one big massive paragraph, and you're asking people their opinion. So for people to give you an opinion, this is almost subconscious marketing here, or subliminal marketing, for people to get their opinion, they have to click on this link and see what it is that you're talking about, right? So that is a very good example of what kind of post you can make. And I don't recommend modeling exactly after this, because I guarantee hundreds of people that are watching this video right now, or that have watched this video, are already making posts like this, because a lot of people like to carbon copy what I tell them to do. So this is just an example, and just be creative, and come up with some other ideas of what kind of messages you can make to get people interested and intrigued to want to click and follow a link. Alright? So that is an example of a sales post. So once you have that, let's go ahead and jump back to Google Groups, and I want to show you how you can find some other groups other than just the mom groups. So let's go ahead and type in something like, let's just type in kids, because there's probably a lot of groups out there with people with kids. You can see between 100 and 999 people, there's 103 groups. There's some groups with over 10,000 people. There's one group with over 10,000 people. So let's just start with the 100. And if you scroll down, you can see there's like Kids Health, there's Learn How to Sponsor More People. It's not really about kids. breastfeeding, home-based moms. So there's all kinds of interesting groups about this kind of stuff, and you find some where there are at least, well, there has to be under 1,000 messages per month. The reason why you want to have groups under 1,000 messages per month is because you want to make sure your message stands out. You want to make sure your message gets attention. Okay? So definitely stay under 1,000 messages and join as many groups as you want. I mean, just be creative with trying to find your groups. And if you really don't know what kind of keywords to search for, that's perfectly okay. You can go to Google Groups and click on this. It says Browse All Group Categories. But when you click on that, then you're taking to where there's all these different categories, and you can just browse by, let's say, arts and entertainment, and then you can scroll down and see all these different topics, like, let's say, music and people, and then you can see there's 100 to 999 people. There's 147 groups like that, or I'm sorry, 887 groups. So you can click on that, and it's just so easy to find these kind of groups. So here we go. There's all kinds of groups. And you just simply, again, join the groups with under 1,000 messages a month. That's going to be most effective when you post your non-sales post message. Or that's going to be most effective when you post your sales post message. And a lot of people are going to take action. Now, the very last thing I want to mention is you're probably wondering, how do people know about this? How are people going to be informed when you make your sales post? Very simple. When you click on, I'm just trying to find one with a few messages. Let's say, we'll just click on this one. Okay, I have to be a member to even read its archive. So you have to click join this group to join the group. But when you join a group, you have an option to where you can actually get messages by email. You can get messages by just logging in and reading them. And when you join a group, here's your options. Email, it says when you join this, if you want to get all your messages by email, you're going to get approximately 31 messages per day. For this, if you do no email, then you're just going to read this group on the web, which means when you have time, you're just going to go take a look at the group on your own. So that's how people find out about these. And you notice email, Google has it set to where this is pre-checked, okay? So with that being pre-checked, a lot of people choose this. So whenever you make your non-sales post messages and people are getting those in email, they're like going to think you're really cool and fun and you have a lot of neat things to say. So then whenever you make your sales post, like, hey, have you seen this website yet? Is this for real? Is this guy really making this kind of money? If you make it kind of non-threatening and people are used to seeing your fun emails every day, they're going to probably click on your link much more than they are just seeing that you just joined the group, you're new, and you don't have anything helpful you've been giving. So that's all there is to Google Groups. I could go on and on and on about how powerful it is, but just take my advice and apply it, and know that there's a guy that is in Maverick Moneymakers right now inside the club. He's been doing Google Groups before, and he's given me some tips that I had never used myself. I don't use Google Groups a lot myself, but he's given me a lot of tips that I've given you inside this video with his permission that is definitely going to make you a lot of money. So always know, come back to this affiliate calculator for promoting Maverick Moneymakers, and if you really need some inspiration, I mean, only work to just having one sale a day. Just one sale a day, what you're going to make each month is more than what most people's mortgage payments are. So you could pay off a house by just getting one sale a day. And you can easily do that with Google Groups if you invest under 30 minutes a day doing it. So the more time you have in a day, the more money you're going to make. So that's all there is to promoting with Google Groups, and I'm going to move on to the next video, which is promoting with video sites, and that's a little bit more detailed and more nerdy, I guess you could say, but definitely get started with Google Groups, make some money, it's easy, it's fun, and I look forward to having you as my affiliate.